Well, my friends, how you all doing? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to a fresh episode of Megaquarium. Episode 3, my friends, is linked above for you right now to go and check out. Go get caught up before you crack on with this one, basically. We're going to pick up exactly where we left off. I don't know what we're going to try and achieve in today's episode. Last time around, we were continuing to sort of like move forward research, and we finally unlocked our first freshwater fish that we've placed into the aquarium. I think today we're going to try to concentrate on getting the deep wall tank done, so then we can get some of the bigger predatory fish into the aquarium and start like another section to this as well. So let's just move on, ladies and gents. Now, we did unlock a pump right at the end of last episode. I'll talk more about that. I may end up using it today, but we're going to just start research on the deep wall tank. And yeah, we're basically just going to carry on as we were pushing on forward. First and foremost, apologies if you hear any background noise. I've got the window open here. It's a very, very warm day in the UK. We've been having some fantastic weather, and yeah, I'm sat indoors like a prat recording, but you know, I'm enjoying playing this game. I'm enjoying making content for this wonderful channel and its community. I think one of the things I'm going to try and do in today's episode as well is try to open it up a little bit and try and widen some of the pathways as well. I might take this out. I might move this, back ever so slightly, just so we're opening it up a bit more. And I need to get maybe another drinks machine in, because I am noticing that more people are looking for sort of like food and toilets and that sort of stuff. So I think facilities and the needs of our guests are going to have to be met in today's episode as well. So yeah, let's just continue moving forward. We've got a fish being researched. We're researching the deep wall tanks. We're obviously working our way to prestige level 5 as well, where all of this wonderful stuff is going to get unlocked, but we've got plenty to be getting on with. We've got plenty to be putting in into our fantastic facility, so yeah, let's just get moving, shall we, ladies and gents? So we're going to wait for this tank to be done and dusted before we think about introducing the coral grouper. We've got the red tail butterfly fish. I think we put that in, didn't we? We put it in here. Yeah, so we don't need to worry about that too much. So yeah, really at the moment there's not much we can do by way of sort of like placing animals in, but we might be able to sort some guest facilities out. I'm just double checking as to, like what we've got at the minute and what we can be placing around. And now obviously we've got this stuff as well, which is like themed decorations that we can be adding to aquariums as well. They give you like reputation, ups the prestige a bit as well. So we may look to place some of this in some of the aquariums. We've also got these themes if we wish to use those. I'm going to hold off on that at the moment, and we'll maybe theme a bit later on, but I'm just trying to work towards basically getting some sort of pathway into the aquarium and some sort of like walkway. I put this toilet here, but I'm actually not happy with it there, because I wanted to continue the path on this way, so I may move that in a moment, and we'll put it somewhere else, I think. So what can we do? Like, I think this space here is all fine. We get round here, we've got this little bench, we've got this bench, and then I've put one in around here as well. Got a couple of bins in. I think that's all pretty hunky-dory. Now what I am going to do is I'm just going to move this toilet here a moment, and I'm going to fill this gap back in just so I can keep up with what I'm doing, basically. And now we're going to just continue to take this pathway down this way. Now the toilet can go... see, I like placing it so you can't really see the back of the back of the toilet. I just think it looks far nicer when it sits inside a wall piece, basically. I might put a piece there. Take that out. I might put that there. And then yeah, we'll move the bathroom there, basically, I think. Yeah, I just think it looks nicer when it's like that, done this way, ladies and gents. We can have this room a bit of an irregular shape. I don't know if we're going to carry it on this way or this way and join it back up, but this is going to be like a dark room. So yeah, we'll just continue to do that. This is going to remain separate, the freshwater part of the aquarium. It's going to be, it's going to be sort of like its own sort of entity, I guess. So what we do want to do then is we want to start prepping for when we get these deep wall tanks. So I'm going to carry that onto there, and then we're just going to take that all the way. So we've got another cichlid. We'll add that in a moment. That's another freshwater species, and that'll do wonders for our research as well. So we are just going to research something else. I think as we're going to be trying to concentrate on getting some bigger species into the aquarium today, I think we'll concentrate on maybe the painted grouper next. It's going to cost 800 ecology points, but yeah, I think we'll concentrate on that one next. Then we'll at least have a couple of fish ready to put into the big sort of like deep walled aquarium that we're going to be going with. So yeah, let's open this right up here. Probably didn't want to go that far. My OCD, basically, ladies and gents, is why I have to do things the way I do it. I do apologise if it's like a bit weird to anyone and they find it a bit strange the way I do things, but it's just the way that I work. Now we are going to have a brand new sort of like staff area back here, so I'm just going to take this all the way there. So we leave ourselves enough space, and so basically the guests are going to come down this way and they're going to see it all in front. Now, obviously, this is just the way I'm designing it. You could design your aquarium however you want. I'm having separate rooms. I'm having a particular walkway, around the aquarium and stuff. But yeah, you can design it however you like. Now, we have got a message. This guy is ready to level up. So I'm actually going to get them to learn cleaning, because then the more people we've got available to do certain things, the better. Because as you can see, the toilets need cleaning. So the fact that we've got more than one person that can do that now is fantastic. These areas might all need to be changed. Now, what I am thinking of doing is potentially next episode is I might close the aquarium, and I might like move everything around and create some new areas and then let the guests back in. It does mean that all of this will sort of reset to some point, but it's just easier to do some stuff when the guests are not here and in the aquarium. It's just the way it is, really. What we are going to do though is we're going to extend our freshwater part of the facility, and we're going to just do another one of these right here next to it, is what I'm thinking. So let's take this way a little bit. Do you know what, we'll come all the way down. It makes more sense to do that. We'll take that piece, that and that piece out. We'll probably have to do it in a certain way, but yeah, we're just going to add another one of these here, like so, and we're going to add all the usual bits that we've done every single time, and yeah, just carry on basically doing it the way we have. So yeah, let's delete those two bits out, so we can get our pump in. We're going to go with the combi for now. They seem to be doing the job. We know that that one works for that one, but yeah, I am going to show you some other stuff today if I can, because obviously we have unlocked this pump, and I want to sort of explain to you what you can do with it. So it can connect to a tank up to 7 tiles away. So if you placed it here, you could connect it to this tank. So what you can end up doing is, when you get the bigger versions of these, is just making pump rooms, and you can connect them to more than one tank. So then you can get rid of some of this stuff behind your aquariums, and yeah, it just makes things look a lot nicer, makes it all a bit more efficient, and so on and so on. But we'll come to that, obviously, when we need to use it. We'll come to that at a later date. Probably we'll get to a point with this where we may delete everything out, and we'll really do it up all nice, and making it look really nice aesthetically. I think it's quite pleasing on the eye. already. But yeah, let's move forward with this. So we need the freshwater fish again. Now the minor cichlid, they start as a 5, but they can grow to 10. That's just one fish. So we're probably only going to be able to get 2 in this tank, and they will pester wimps, so you've got to be careful the fish you put them in with. They eat vegetables, and again, they are a shoaler, so they need to be in a group of at least 6, or single, or in a pair. Now we're going to do them. We're going to put them in a pair for now. I just think that's just how it's going to work best for us. In this, especially with the size aquarium that we have made for them. So as you can see, it's going to take up 5, that one's going to take up 5, so these 2, when they're fully grown, will end up taking up this entire aquarium. So it is going to be a species tank. These are very nice in with other cichlids. We can at a later date move these into another tank if we so wish, so we always have that option. So like I always say with this stuff, it's not all set in stone. You know, things can change as we go along. Now I've got to think about how we're going to put the food in here. So I think I'm actually going to delete that square out, and we're going to put this food next to the brine shrimp. And yeah, I think this is just the most efficient way of doing it for now. These would probably look nicer in a deep aquarium anyway, and that's something we'll probably do with all of these, is we'll change a lot of this. I think these shallow ones are a lot nicer, like when you've got things like coral and that in, but they're all we've got at the moment, so we kind of just have to use them. So that's what we are doing. So I believe these guys just they don't need anything else. Oh, that's really basic. Now to breed, they need a cave. Breed in suitable location, flat surface. You've got to find a suitable mate first anyway, and they will fry will eat green pellets. Okay, so if plus is greater than equal line of water, requires neutral water. Okay, so at the moment that's what we've got, but there are things that you can add to make the water more acidic, and so on and so on. Other stuff we will come to at a later date. Now they're going to take up to 5 days to get to full size, but yeah, I'm going to put a cave in here just in case we can get some breeding going on, and it just adds a little bit of decoration to the tank as well. So yeah, that's that done. And what I'm going to do is, while I'm here, is just going to place another bench in the middle there, so that our guests have got somewhere to sit and look at this stuff. So yeah, let's get playing again. And yeah, these guys are going to help massively. They get research points, and yeah, they get 4 reps, so they're going to really help the aquarium in a big way anyway. If you can hear the dogs barking, that's one of my dogs going apeshit in the garden. God knows, he's probably just barking at the pigeons. They've both got a thing about the pigeons on the fences. They run at the fence, knock the pigeons off, and then bark at them. I don't know. Lunatics. Dachshunds. Don't get sausage dogs. They're lunatics. Trust me. You can hear him. Look, in an absolute mental head. But what do we need to do next? Obviously, we're waiting on some research. We've actually got a message. This is good. Veronica has leveled up. Let's get Veronica on the cleaning as well. If all of our staff are all doing the same thing, that's very good. Now, one thing we do need to do is we've got 1, 2, 3 members of staff, but we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tanks. So 2 tanks a member of staff is 6, so I'm actually going to employ another member of staff. That's kind of how I do it at the minute. 2 tanks per 1 member. Kind of works out very well. You'll find that the bigger your aquarium gets, then you'll want to start adding stuff like work zones to make it more efficient. At the minute we're at a very early stage, so we don't have to worry about that too much. Now this one can only do fixing. We want to try and find someone who's got multiple things that they can do. Feeding and fixing, talking, cleaning, feeding, fixing, cleaning. That's what we need. We need one of you, because you will do a great job with all the things that we need to be done. So that's that. Now I would actually add that we probably need another toilet, and I might put it here. So let's just delete this little gap out, and we'll have 2 toilets. We'll have them next door to each other. I just think that I can see the icon above people's heads, so I think we probably just need one more of those, and then we probably are going to need another drinks machine at some point. I might add it over here actually. I'm going to add it. It's going to look pretty ugly there, isn't it? You wouldn't want to be looking at that and then that be there. I'm just going to add it there. And then we will put a bin. I'm going to put the bin. Put the bin in the corner, so we keep this nice and open. But yeah, we've got all this good stuff over here. So everything seems to be going along lovely jubbly, ladies and gents. I'm really enjoying this game. I really hope that you're enjoying the series. It is obviously something a bit different on the channel. We've got a little problem. Oh right, so what you'll find will happen, I don't know if I've mentioned this, but these obviously need to be maintained, and obviously the minute that their maintenance gets to a point where it's been put off too long, it will decrease, you know, your water quality and stuff like that. And as you can see, as it's been mended, the water quality goes straight back up. Obviously the amount of animals, they obviously are making mess in there when you feed them and stuff. They go to the toilet and all that good stuff, so it just brings the water quality down. But I keep saying there's stuff you can unlock that makes this stuff more efficient, and we are going to get to it. Whether we get to it in today's episode or next episode, we'll have to wait and see, but we will get to it, so I can show you all that good stuff. What I really want today is to get these deep water aquariums unlocked, maybe get this grouper researched as well, so we can add a nice deep walled aquarium in here. We can add the groupers in there, and yeah, really start putting all this good stuff together. We could really do with another, you know, dark aquarium fish as well, so we could either add another tank or we can add them in with this one to really kind of bring that area to life a bit more, and maybe even get some coral, because they require lights, and that's a completely different thing to be doing, and it's really interesting. It's another thing for me to kind of like sit back and explain to you guys. So yeah, brilliant stuff. I am thinking this is actually quite a walk, isn't it, this freshwater area? I am thinking that maybe we should have probably put a tank here. We could have got to it on the back. Right, so this Panther Grouper has been researched, so now we've got to decide on which one we are going to do next. Do you know what? I think we will start research on... takes up 2, so it's quite little, isn't it? Doesn't take up a lot of filter power, needs good water quality though, and so does the disco mushroom. What you want to do, in my opinion, is you want to try and get all the stuff that doesn't require the highest water quality at the beginning, because they can go in your basic aquariums. The minute they start needing 70 and above, you really got to start working really hard on it. This guy dislikes being housed with dottybacks, grammars and Antheus, and he is a bully, so you have to be really careful with him. He's a rock lover as well. This guy's more of a predatory animal. Oh, I'm a bit stuck on what to research, ladies and gents. I'm going to start with the convict cichlid. We will have all of our freshwater fish to this point then. I think it'll be another nice addition to add to the freshwater section. We can only go as far as this here, so I probably might do it so that it comes round a corner now, there, and we're going to treat it, you know, like you walk through, so you'll see 2 tanks here, and then we're going to do it like a corner there. So yeah, that's what we're going to do with that. Everything else looks pretty good at the moment. We're just waiting on that deep tank. Once we get that, we can then add these 2 types of grouper that we've got. I think that'll be a really cool little addition. We're making a good amount of money. We're very efficient at the moment. Everything's clean, everything's tidy, the guests seem happy, but yeah, I think, you know, the only thing I really need to do is just widen some of these paths up a little bit and start getting, you know, a few more things added in at a later date. But all of our backstage areas seem to be working quite nicely as well. They're all pretty efficient. The food's all within a good distance to where it needs to go. yeah, I think we're moving along all right, ladies and gents. Now, we haven't got much left on this tank that we're waiting on. And then happy days, we can really move on. Really hope you're enjoying the series, ladies and gents. I say it every episode, but do drop a like on it if you're enjoying it, and leave me all your comments. You know, anything you want to know about the game, any suggestions you've got. You know, if you think I could be doing something better or differently, feel free to let me know in the comment section. I'm an avid reader of my comments, and I try to reply to as many of you as possible as well. Right, the deep wall tank has been researched, so this is exciting. We really can push on now. We don't really have the filtration that we need for this aquarium yet, but I think we can get round it. The lagoon tank, I'm going to hold off on researching that for now. Now, we've got the protein skimmer that we can research. Large filter, large heater. I'm going to go with the protein skimmer for now because we've got the combi, which will do a good enough job for this moment in time. But the protein skimmer will help us having to have the additional pumps, and we'll be able to get the water quality up to a really good level. So we're going to research the protein skimmer next. Now, I am going to pause this now while we do this because I really want to design this the right way. Now, we're going to have to do a brand new backstage area because of the way we've designed this. It's not really been the most efficient way of us doing this, so we are going to have a new backlot part, and we can't take bits out, so we're going to have to be really clever about the way we do this. So let's go to the deep wall tanks. Now, you get the same ones. You get the deep wall that's just a line, you get the corner, and you get the observer tank. I think we're going to go with a corner aquarium because I would quite like to do it the minute they walk in. They'll be able to see the whole thing. So I'm actually going to make this as big as we can. Now, this is going to be able to house up to 80 fish. The reason I've done this, though, is we're going to have bigger species of fish in here, so we need to make sure that we've got more room. It's got a tank depth of 2, so if there are animals that require certain depths, and obviously at the minute water quality is 0, but you can obviously get it up to 100. So we obviously need to create a bit more space. We're going to go too deep, I think, there. And I am going to take this back 1 as well. Yeah, I think that's all right. So we can now move this tank forward 1 spot, like so. I'm gonna put a wall piece here because I think that's where I'm gonna put the door. And then for now, we're just gonna take I think we're just gonna take that back to there. And what I am going to do, actually, we can be really efficient here. I'm going to take that out. I'm going to take that out. And I am going to put a couple of doors in so our staff walk around the back a bit more. Yeah, I think that's really efficient use of that space, actually. Now, you're going to see this icon pop up when you do a deep wall tank, ladies and gents. Now, with these, they are at, eye level, basically. You can just lean over and sprinkle your food in. With the deep ones, you can't. You've got to be able to get up there. So you have to put a little ladder in. Now, you have to put a platform in because that's what your guys are going to stand on to feed the fish, and you also have to put some steps in, so you have to make sure you give yourself enough room. And to be honest with you, I'm not really done so. I'm not really designed this in the best way. I'm going to be completely honest. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put it there for now, and we're just going to change the wall. We're going to change the wall. We're going to go here and then here. This is temporary. We will change this at a later date, I think. But it's just going to be the best way to do it. So you put your platform first, and then as you can see, your stairs, they clip to the side. Now, this is the direction they'll go up, and this is how they will feed the fish in the aquarium. Now, this is obviously a very big tank, so this is going to need a lot of filtration, I can imagine. We're going to go with the power combi. Yeah, I've really not designed this well at all. Really haven't designed this great. This probably could have done with going forward 1 more spot, actually. And I think I'm going to do that. I forget how big some of the aquariums are on this game. Yeah, let's just take it forward 1 more spot. And if we do that, we probably don't need these walls now. let's delete this out. Let's just do this again. Let's do this again. This is what this game is all about, though. It's all trial and error, ladies and gents. Everyone makes the same mistakes, trust me. And you just gotta find ways around them. It's a lot of troubleshooting. It's something I quite like doing, actually, troubleshooting in stuff anyway. So, power combi. We're probably going to need 2 of these. Yes, we definitely are going to need 2 of them. So we bang the 2 power combis in there, so our staff can get to them at the back. They can maintain them that way. Now the big thing we haven't got room for is food. So actually we can stick it there. I always forget that because I have to go up the steps. You can actually place stuff on the back of the aquarium a bit more. So let's put these fish in first, and then we will talk about food and all that other stuff. So we're going to go with the coral grouper and the panther grouper. Coral grouper is slightly smaller. It starts as a 5, gets to a 9, needs cave cover. It can't go in with the more of its kind, so you can't breed these in captivity. Obviously, will eat small fish. Is a gannet, so you will need your staff to be really on it with these guys because they eat a lot more food than your average Joe. But you see, you get good rep, you get good research and science points. So they're a great addition to have to your aquarium. So we're going to bang the coral grouper in there. You're going to notice this is going to look silly because they're going to be very small to start with, but they will grow. And as for the panther grouper, it's very much the same really. They get a bit bigger than your coral grouper, and they can actually go in with fish of their own size, so that's interesting. Now they will eat a baby coral grouper. That's mad, isn't it? But this coral grouper is going to get big enough in time, basically, so it's going to be a-okay. They need cave cover as well. I'm just going to go with 1, I think, and we can get another one at a later date. But look, you can see the difference in size already the minute you put that bad boy in there. So yeah, we need to sort out some caves, so let's do that. We're going to go with a cave there. That's actually enough for both fish, which is really good. And I'm going to hold off on any more decoration for now. These guys don't require too much. They just require a cave to be fed, good enough water quality, and yeah, just to make sure their needs are met. And to be honest, they are met. And you know, we're going to just leave it like this for now, and we'll wait and see what other fish we end up putting in here. So mussels is the food of choice for these guys. So we're going to just get our mussels, and we're going to put it there. That'll be a-okay to place it like that. So yeah, there you have it. We've got another aquarium in, ladies and gents. Now I do obviously need to open all this up, but I am going to close other bits off as well to restrict our guests from moving to certain places. So we're just going to put that there so there's enough room. I'm going to put a wall piece here just to stop our guests getting in this part as well. But yeah, we can open this up now, so our guests can use this part of the aquarium. Now, because of the distance away, I would say we need some more benches. So I'm going to put another bench there. I'm going to put another bin there just for symmetry. I might put another one of these here at a later day, but yeah, this is enough. And then I'm just gonna put it here for now. I will probably end up deleting this bench out. Yeah, we'll put it there, but I'll probably end up deleting that out, obviously, as this area grows. But yeah, let's just zoom in so you can have a good look at this aquarium and these guys in here. So yeah, as you can see, bigger species of animal, and they do require a lot more space. They're going to get rather large. And yeah, this is going to be more of a predatory tank where the animals are real greedy guts and they're going to get to a bit of a size. But yeah, I much prefer these aquariums. I really do. We'll probably end up putting these all over the place and replacing some of the others that we've got, just because they're far nicer. They are a bit bigger. They do require a lot more filtration, a lot more looking after. But yeah, I think they're a lovely looking aquarium, and just to add a little something. Now, as you can see, research, it's absolutely firing up now, which is really good to see. we are coming towards the end of today's episode, but I'm going to just leave it a little bit longer. You never know, we might research some other stuff that we can talk about today, but yeah, it's coming along quite nice. Like, so if I zoom out, I'm just trying to see the pathway that the guests take. So they look at this tank, this tank, this tank. They're going to walk around here. They're going to get a good view of this. They can have a little sit down over here if they wish. Then they're going to come this way. Now, they can make a decision. They can go in here where, you know, the dark area is going to be. For now, they just kind of walk in and walk out. And then as they come here, this is where the freshwater zone starts. So they can decide to go into the freshwater zone. Or decide to carry on with your saltwater area by going down here. Now, if we really wanted, we could open this up and have freshwater down here as well, but I kind of want the freshwater to go up here, down here, kind of be like a walk like that. It's a bit like this is. The walk goes this way, and what we're going to do is we're going to go in here, and it's going to come out here eventually, and then you'll continue your walk that way. That's how it's going to play out eventually. But obviously, we're waiting for more of these animals to come about. But yeah, I guess we're really pushing along quite nice. Right, so the Midas Cichlid 1 has grown, so that tank is going to be pretty full up in a moment, ladies and gents. The first one has obviously reached full size. Now you can see the size difference now. Look at this big one compared to the smaller guy at the back. So yeah, you can really see that size difference in that aquarium, and you see it's taken up that spot, taken up that space. So yeah, it's looking pretty good though. The guppies, obviously, they're still in there on their own. We're probably going to add something a little bit more to that aquarium at a later date, make it more of a community feel. But yeah, all coming along quite nicely. Do we wait for the other cichlid, or do we just leave it there? I'm not sure, ladies and gents, what to do next. Toilets are being met now. I think drinks are probably being met. We've got 2 drinks machines. All the animals' needs are being met. That's the most important thing, and we're making a good amount of money. We're doing all right. We're actually doing really well where this aquarium is concerned. This is I've obviously been playing it on myself as well to really learn the game and really push forward and that. This is the nicest one I've made so far, the nicest looking one I've made. So I am happy about that. The dogs are at it again. Jesus Christ, Rolo, what are you barking at, boyo? But yeah, this Cichlid and Coral Grouper, he's already grown, he's already full size. So let's take a look. He's probably closer to the size of the other guy now. That convict Cichlid, that's been researched. So that's nice. All the freshwater fish are researched now. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start researching the coral. Because we've got the Protein Skimmer going, and then next episode we can start doing that, where I can start introducing you to stuff that requires lights and stuff like that. But yeah, we're going to leave today's episode taking a look at this bad boy. What a beautiful looking animal, actually. But yeah, as you can see, he's kind of reached the size of his tank cohabitant. That one's going to get huge, that one at the back. So yeah, I look forward to seeing that next episode, my friends. Yeah, it takes up quite a bit of space, doesn't it? But my friends, we're going to sign out there. I think we're done and dusted. We've got loads we can do next episode now. So, yeah, I'm just going to hold off. But if you're new, hit that subscribe button. If you've enjoyed it, drop the like. Bell notification to never miss an episode. You can catch all these episodes in the playlist, my friends. Do go and take a look at that. But we are done and dusted. You'll find my socials, Discord. It's all in the description box below. And if you wish to watch me live daily on Twitch, you'll find my Twitch link too. But my friends, until next time, make sure you stay an extra. See you real soon. Oh, yeah.